I don't know. I don't either. No. No. That's right.
Ready, ready?
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Jeff is awake. How is everyone feeling this morning? All right, I'll take it. Here we go. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. While the door's unlocked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. You'll find a place of rest in the arms of spirit. God's waited so long for your homecoming day. God knows the peace you seek and the hurt you're feeling. Spirit wants to hold you and to wipe the tears away, while the Father waits with open arms. God is calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. Well, there's room enough in the house of love for someone just like you. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, just come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, just come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, just come on in.
Morning, Unity of Pompano. I'm Dina Shimmick. I'm honored to be up here this morning. We are getting our talk, as usual, by the greatest, Reverend Lawrence. Yay. And some of you might be wondering where Bev is. When she got here this morning, she had a wave of something and is feeling a little off, but as we know, as waves come, they go. And she is peacefully sitting in the back here, so if during the service you could send love and light and healing to her, I know she will feel it, and she will feel good as new very, very shortly. And we are joined by our fabulous musicians this morning, led by James McCoy. Let's give it up for them.
Good morning. Won't you please welcome Mr. John Rose at the piano once again this morning. Mr. Jeff Renza at the drum set. And you know Samantha Natalie, right? Yes. We have music from, I'm not even kidding, from Johnny Cash this morning. No, it's not Ring of Fire. It's not Ring of Fire. No. We have music from Shirley Caesar.
And a good morning to everyone out there on live stream. A big hello from wherever you're at. Hopefully you're comfortable. I know it was raining earlier. We would love to see you here, but we're so glad that you're tuning in to see us. This year, our theme is One Humanity, Many Stories. And what we see with that is our community. We are diverse, we are loving, we are accepting, and we are always here to embrace the authenticity that each and every one of us have. And that's represented by our theme this year. And our theme for the month is Claiming Truth. If you could please say the affirmation with me. I am a dynamic expression of God on the quest to know and reveal more of my true self. And our vision. Centered in God, we create an ever-expanding spiritual community of one. And our mission. We are a spiritual beacon of inspiration, abundance, and enlightenment. And now let's take that into some centering prayer. As we close our eyes and we take a deep breath in and we release. We feel fully present in this moment. We feel the love, we feel the community. We know that during this time together we could put aside anything that's been on our mind or haunting us, any responsibilities we may have, and be fully present and immersed in this beautiful energy. We know that the light of God shines on us, and the message and the song will speak to us. And we know we will leave here feeling fulfilled and happy. So with lots of gratitude, we feel centered in this moment and can say, thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. And our prayer for the week is Psalm 23. If you could please say it aloud with me. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. And now if you could please rise as we sing together.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing truth today. I'm choosing truth today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing truth today.
I'm going to say thank you for the love and patience with me ahead of time, as I just looked at the PowerPoint about 15 minutes before the service. So let's go. This I know well. Unity is founded on prayer, as most of you know. We don't take that lightly. There is prayer available to you at all times, 24 hours, essentially, if you were to call the prayer line. But our chaplains are in the first room on the right there, our chapel, 30 minutes before the service and 30 minutes after the service, to sit with you in silence, or if you would like affirmative prayer, they are there for you as well. At the end of the service, you'll notice we will line up along the walls, and we are available for you for prayer then as well. And in your chair backs are blue prayer slips. If you have something on your heart you would like to fill out, you can put this in the prayer box that comes up during the meditation time or inside of our offering plate. I forgot to mention, actually, any of our goings-on, anything you guys want to watch, especially the live stream, which stays up there after the service, you can go to our website, unitypompanobeach.org. Today we have our leaders meeting starting at 12:30, so all of you leaders, you know who you are. We will be there, we will get together, we like to talk about all the goings-on, and we are very excited to have a dedicated team of not only leaders but volunteers that keep everything running so smoothly around here. So we will see you at 12:30. This I know as well. Some of you know I am a sign language interpreter for about the past 20 years, and I will be teaching a class. It's going to be basics, it's going to be ABCs, it's going to be just basic signs, common phrases, and we're going to have a song as well at the end. That will be this Tuesday at 7 p.m. If you know someone that's deaf, if you just want to learn it, it's beautiful language. If from across a party you want to tell your spouse that it's time to go or you need to get out of a negative conversation, I won't judge the reason. Just come on out. It'll be a great time. And again, that's this Tuesday over in Fellowship Hall. This is amazing. We're going to have 2 sessions that are actually going to be free, put on by Better Angels. It's going to be July 13th is the first session from 1 to 4. And what they do is that they know right now there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of mixed opinions and feelings about the political nature and the divisiveness and everything that's going on in the world today. So this workshop will help both the red and blue side understand one another, get together, and to have peaceful dialogue about their opinions and about their views. So please come out for that. Again, that'll be Saturday, July 13th. And then I know many of you have already been here with Sound Healing with Richard. He is coming back again. It's going to be here in the sanctuary. He is very gifted. He has traveled the world and learned about different flutes. He plays the didgeridoo. You can bring your yoga mats. I lied down here last time, and he will come and actually do the sound healing on your body while you lay there. He is amazing. So that will be not this Tuesday coming up, but the next one. And again, that'll be here in the sanctuary at 7 p.m. Then, just to save the date, the last Sunday of this month, we have a special speaker, Esther Nicholson. Not only is she giving the talk and the meditation, but she's doing the music as well, from what I've been told, which is pretty amazing. And then she will be here afterwards from 1:30 to 3:30 to host a workshop called Keys to Abundant Living, Heal the Blocks to Your Birthright of Prosperity. So we're looking forward to that as well. And I believe that's it. And now we can stand and greet one another.
This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made.
And when the music stops, we all sit back down. Thank you.
Well, good morning, Unity of Pompano. Yeah. I'm Ron Smith. I work as Director of Operations here at the church, and I also... And I also serve as a prayer chaplain. And I am honored and pleased to bring you the daily word for today. The daily word is guidance. Divine love and wisdom guide my thoughts, words, and actions. How empowering it is to know that every attribute of God is seeking expression in my life as me, even in the most ordinary decisions and events. I am called to become more aware of my divine nature and develop its qualities. I release any limiting thoughts and beliefs and attune my mind and heart to the constant flow of ideas from divine mind. My awareness of an infinite presence becomes deeper and stronger. Gradually, I learn to rely on the divine love and wisdom that are always available to guide my thoughts, words, and actions. As I fully realize the unfailing power of God, I go forward with renewed faith, vision, and purpose. And our scripture is from Psalm 23, 2 and 3. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in right paths for his name's sake.
Right now, as the prayer chest comes forward, we'd like to begin a time of prayer and meditation by singing together, I Am at Peace.
I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will, I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will. I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. And I dwell in the presence of the Lord.
I invite you now to settle into that very comfortable and familiar position for your body. And as you settle into that position, you can give your body permission to relax, to let go, to let be. And with that loving permission, your body will immediately move its focus from the outer to the inner. Now you can give that same loving permission to your mind so that your mind lets go of all the processing and thinking and becomes still. With body at ease and mind at ease, your awareness is free to commune with Spirit, to share an experience that is yours uniquely. Your connection with Spirit is yours, and the way that connection manifests is yours. And this time of meditation can be exactly what you need for it to be or want for it to be. As you open your mind and heart, as your awareness is present and available, Spirit is also present, waiting for our attention. So each of us individually becomes still. We become still as a community, as one. And in that stillness, Spirit speaks softly to us. Spirit teaches us. Spirit heals us. Spirit encourages us. Spirit affirms us. So as all of those things are manifested for you in a unique way, I encourage you to keep your mind and heart open to receive all that Spirit has for you in this time of stillness. So as we have deliberately prepared, let us now enter into this time of stillness and be immersed in that pure presence of Spirit. Now, as you prepare to move your awareness back to your body, back to this time and space, you know that even an instant during which your awareness is immersed in that deep of your heart, that healing and transformation take place. And you know that you can bring with you into your body, your mind, your heart, the essence of this experience in the stillness. And in this coming week, as you choose to, you can return to this time and be blessed all over again. So with a deep sense of gratitude for this time together and this time immersed in the presence of Spirit, I invite you to take a deep, slow breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment. Exhale slowly, deliberately through your mouth. When you're ready, open your eyes and we will sing together, Alleluia.
Hallelujah. off the radio, said, where did all the old songs go? Kids sure play funny music these days. They play it in the strangest ways. Said, it looks to me like they've all gone wild. It was peaceful back when I was a child. Well, could it be that the girls and boys are trying to be heard above your noise? The lonely voice of youth cries, what is truth? A little boy of 3 sitting on the floor looks up and says, Daddy, what is war? Son, that's when people fight and die. The little boy of 3 says, Daddy, why? A young man of 17 in Sunday school, being taught the golden rule, and by the time another year has gone around, maybe his turn to lay his life down. He blamed the voice of youth for asking, what is truth? Sitting on the witness stand, the man with the book says, raise your hand, repeat after me, I solemnly swear. The man looked down at his long hair. Although the young man solemnly swore, nobody seems to hear anymore. It didn't really matter if the truth was there. Was the cut of his clothes, the length of his hair? The lonely voice of youth cries, what is truth? The young girl danced into the latest beat, has found new ways to move her feet. The young man speaking in the city square is trying to tell somebody that he cares. Yeah, the ones that you're all calling wild are gonna be the leaders in a little while. This old world's waking to a newborn day, and I solemnly swear it'll be their way. Help the voice of youth find what is true. What is true? What is true?
Wherever Johnny is, I just imagine him hearing that saying, dang, why didn't I do it that way? I would encourage you to go to YouTube and pull that up and listen to it. It was kind of like the first country rap, well, the way Johnny did it. But James and I don't know who all was involved in it, but you all did a marvelous job of redoing that. Yes, very good. And you might be able to tell from some of the lyrics that was written back in the late 60s, when a lot of stuff was going on and the kids started asking things. When I came along in church, this was in the, well, you know how old I am, maybe. But not too long ago, we were good little boys and girls. We read our Sunday school lesson, did our church training lesson, did our daily Bible reading, brushed our teeth, got 8 hours of sleep, you know, the whole 9 yards. And the next generation after us were the ones who were saying, what is truth? You know, what's going on here? We're not going to do what you tell us to do. We want to find out for ourselves. So this question has been resonating actually since humankind could formulate the question, what is truth? So it's particularly important that this month we'll be sharing in an emphasis of claiming truth. Now, before you can claim something, you have to kind of know what it is, right? So let's take a look and see if we can answer that question at least to some degree. What is truth? What is truth? Now, a lot of people believe that truth is totally subjective, that truth is what I say it is. And to a point, that's true. And within your own experience, within your own mind and heart, that's very true. Truth is what you say it is, because nobody can convince you. You make up your own mind about that. But it's still an important question for us to think about as spiritually minded people and those of us who are on the spiritual path. What is truth? That's important for us. Scripture says, you shall know the truth and the truth will make you free. You think that's pretty important, huh? So what is truth? Again, I ask. The most simple definition that I've been able to come up with in all my research around this is that truth is that which does not change. Truth is principle, is that which remains the same forever and always. And that's important for us. Isn't it nice to have something in this world that doesn't change? To know that there's something somewhere that's not going to be different tomorrow or the next minute that you look at it. So we look at truth and we say truth is what doesn't change. Now, what in this world doesn't change? I got a note the other day that from someone in my high school class, and we're having our anniversary next year. No, 50. Can you believe that? Our 50th class reunion. Wow. I want to go back and see all those old people. But I'm really excited about taking Bev back to my hometown and seeing the way things are and how things have changed, because a lot of things didn't remain the same. My junior high school that I remember going to school that was so big, the last time I was there, it wasn't as big as it used to be for some reason. It seemed to have changed. Yeah? I had changed as well. So we look into a world where everything changes, except there's some things that don't. And those are the spiritual principles that we live by. One of the best examples I know of that is what we call the 12 powers. As you know, Charles Fillmore wrote a book called The 12 Powers of Man. And he took the time to, I was going to put this on the screen, but it won't show up very well. You got a person, and the powers are located in a certain place in the body. And these 12 powers are will, understanding, faith, imagination, zeal, power, love, wisdom, strength, order, elimination, and life. We call these spiritual principles, and as such, they do not change. So we don't have to worry about love changing. We don't have to worry about understanding or wisdom or will or any of those things suddenly disappearing or stop working, because they are there. They are truth, that which does not change, that which remains the same, that which we can depend on, that which we can count on. And there's not a whole lot of things in the world like that. So as spiritual beings, we understand that these spiritual powers are there and always will be. So if we can come to that place of saying, okay, that part's clear. I'm willing to accept, I believe, that there are spiritual principles that do not change. There are spiritual principles that are law. There are spiritual principles that are truth. And I can depend on those things. And if we can come to that place of acknowledging that and accepting that, at least on a cognitive level, then we can begin to move to start to embrace those things and to utilize those things in our life. We can come to the place of claiming that truth. Now, what does it mean to claim something? How many of you have been on an airplane lately? What happens when you check your baggage and they take your baggage and go away with it? What do they give you? They give you a little receipt. That's your claim. So that wherever you get, if the luggage is not there, you can say, hey, I got proof, that's mine, I'm going to take it. It reminds me of a story. Guy goes up to the airport counter and says, and the guy behind the counter says, how can I help you? He said, I'd like a ticket to fly me to New York and send my luggage to St. Louis. And the guy behind the counter said, we can't do that. And he said, that's strange, you did it last week. But you get that little claim ticket which proves that you have some luggage, and when it comes out, it's yours. We don't have that about life, but the principle is the same. We have a claim on truth. Now, one of the great issues of humankind has been self-concept and self-esteem. About us feeling about ourselves as if we're not deserving, if we're not worthy, that we don't have a right to claim something good, like truth. But the really important part of us realizing who and what we are is realizing that that truth is ours. And we have a spiritual, etheric claim ticket that says, truth is mine. Truth is mine. Now, how often do you wake up in the morning believing that, knowing that, thinking that? And thinking to yourself, all through this day, every time I encounter truth, I'm going to claim it as mine. And that feels really good, right? Nobody raised your hand and said you do that every morning. Try it. Try it. So we claim truth. That which does not change, we say, this is mine. All these 12 powers that we talked about. Next week, we're going to take a look at claiming the truth of prosperity. The next week, claiming the truth of love. And we can do this with any of those 12 powers because we can claim all of those powers for ourselves. Have you ever been in a place of having to make a decision and we're having great difficulty having the confidence to make a decision, fearing you're going to make the wrong one, whatever else? Well, wisdom is there. You can claim wisdom as a power. Claim wisdom as truth. So that when you face a situation to make a decision, you can sit and say, okay, here's the evidence, here's what's going on right here, and this is the right thing to do, and do it with confidence. Because that wisdom is yours. You claim it. If you need understanding, there's something going on in your life that you just can't quite figure out. If you take a step back and say, I know that understanding is one of the 12 powers. I know that understanding is a truth, and I'm going to lay claim to it. And when I lay claim to that understanding, I have everything within me that I need to see the way things are, to put them in the right place and make a decision about that. And that's true about all the powers. All the truths that are in the spiritual realm, they are yours. They are mine. There's a show on TV called Overhauling. You ever see it? Really? Oh, there we go. Good, good. All right. Well, Overhauling is this show where there's a bunch of guys get together. The head guy's named Chip Foose. He's a designer. And what they do is they have people write in and say, you know, my husband's been working on this old raggedy car for 10 years, and you know, we're trying to put our kids through college, and he doesn't have the money to fix it. It's just been sitting in the garage. Can you do something? And Chip says, yes. So they go and steal the car under some circumstances to fool the person, and they take the car back to their garage, and in a week, they completely rebuild this car and make it a brand new one. And it's amazing to me how often at the end, when they bring the person in to see his brand new car all done like this, how many of those people say, oh, I don't deserve this. Oh, this can't be for me. And it just makes my heart hurt that in a moment like that, we can't just say, yeah, I claim this. Yes, this is mine. It's just that, oh, you know, have you ever tried to do something nice for somebody and they wouldn't let you? Because they felt unworthy? Makes you want to slap them, doesn't it? Don't. That won't help. I tried it. It didn't work. So it's important that we come to this place of claiming that right, claiming that authority to lay our grasp on truth. You see, all the truth is yours. All of it. Not just some of it. All of it. Have you ever driven by a farm or a large piece of property? We've been through some places in Kentucky in particular with white fences all the way around them. You know, for miles are these white fences around this one piece of property. And you think, oh my goodness, amazing somebody has that. And then you think about your little piece of property that you have and you diminish it. Why? Because we have not been taught to claim what is ours and to own what is ours and feel okay about it. Now, if you run around out in the world saying, I'm claiming love, I'm claiming truth, I'm claiming wisdom, I'm claiming understanding, they're all mine. Well, some of those folks out in the world may look at you a little funny. So choose carefully who you share that with, but by all means, find somebody you can share it with. Find somebody like coming here. Have a whole room full of people that resonate with you. If any one of you said this morning, I claim love for myself today, what's everybody going to say? Amen. Go for it. You go. Yes. You can get affirmed for that. So be very careful where it is that you state your truth, but state it nevertheless. Find some people who will indeed support you and encourage you and can see what you see. When I say, I claim wisdom, they can say, I see that in you. I claim understanding. Well, I see you just manifested a few minutes ago. It's important to have that affirmed from other people for you. Not critical, but important. So claiming truth is part of our spiritual heritage. It's part of who and what we are. Charles Fillmore said that the truth abides in fullness at the very core of every man's being. Truth abides in fullness at the very core of every man's being. It doesn't say some of the truth, a little bit of the truth, what you deserve, what you've earned. It said, Charles Fillmore said, truth abides in fullness at the very core of every human being. That's pretty powerful. And when we take that and believe that and understand that, it makes a great deal of difference in how our life shows up. What if every situation you encountered, you looked at it and said, I claim understanding, I claim wisdom, and I know exactly what's going on here, and this is the course of action I'm going to take. Isn't that a whole lot better than saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. I didn't make the right decision last time. I made the wrong decision. It didn't work out. That doesn't serve you at all. And that is not the way we are created. Does that look like someone who is completely indwelled with the wholeness of truth? No, it doesn't. That's not who you are. You are that individual who is indwelled with the very presence of truth in you at the very core of your being. And that's powerful stuff. So while we're in the midst of this world that is constantly changing, we can hold to a place within ourselves that does not change. Now, I wasn't going to say this. We're not where we're going yet. Okay? We're not done yet. And if any of you think you're finished, come and talk to me about that. We're not done yet because there's more to being who and what we are than we have ever even realized, that we've ever even imagined yet. And it involves truth. Now, we've got this duality. We've got this human life where things change. Your body has changed in the short time you've been in here this morning. Your cells are different than when you came in. If we'd taken a magic picture of you when you walked in the door and take a magic picture when you walk out, those two pictures won't match exactly because things are happening in your body all the time. We're aging, so people say. Okay? So we are living in a changeable world, yet within us there is that which does not change. The truth is within us. So what do we do with these two things that are so diametrically opposed? One realm where everything changes all the time, one realm where it doesn't change ever. It stays the same for eternity. So we struggle with that back and forth. And I think where we're going, where I intend to go at least, is to be able to bring the truth more and more into this duality. Bring the truth, which does not change, more and more into this world where things do change. We can do that. We can bring the truth, which does not change, into this world that does change. And make this world a whole lot more like truth instead of the other way around. That excites me. To think, all right, now, what if I'm able to take the truth of health and wholeness, which is a spiritual principle, and bring that into my humanness in such a way that I can stop aging? Not just because I don't want to get old and wrinkled. I got stuff to do. There are things for every one of us to do. And if our bodies are in better condition, we can do those things better. What if? What if there is the possibility of bringing from that realm of truth, that which does not change, bring that into our human life here? And what if we're able to affect our body in a positive way? The body is usually human bodies are in a state of continuous decline. The word won't come to me now. Generation, thank you. There you go. You knew that one, didn't you? Usually our bodies are in a state of continuous degeneration. And we say, oh, that's human. That's the way it's going to be. I don't think so. I don't believe that's true. I don't think it has to be that way. We've been told that. I don't believe it. So what if we can bring truth into the body in such a way that my body now is perpetually regenerating? What if I'm able to bring truth of health and wholeness into my body in such a way that I am perpetually healthy and progressively healthy? Would that change the world? Would that change your experience in the world? I believe it would. And I believe that's true. We haven't gotten there yet. Charles Fillmore talked about something before he died. It was his intention not to experience physical death. What he was in the process of doing was exchanging the cells of matter in his body for cells of light. That's the way he phrased it. And his intention was to turn his whole body into a being of light. And physical death would have nothing to do with that anymore. Now, he didn't make that, obviously, because he died physically, but his life was remarkable. If you think about the time in which he lived and the things that he and Myrtle did to and with their bodies, quite remarkable. It set quite a standard for us. But can you open your mind to that possibility that we're not designed to sit here in our duality, in our humanness, and over there somewhere is the truth and we admire it? Any of you have any pretty things sitting on the shelves at home that you like to look at every once in a while? Pictures of grandkids, that's a good one. But we can't put truth on a shelf and just look at it and say, ooh, isn't that pretty? And visit it every once in a while we're still living in this three-dimensional, this diminishing world. So what if we are able, by the use of the spiritual power that's in every one of us, not somebody special, not a prophet that's going to come floating down in the air, but you and me, what if we have that capability of taking what we know of the truth, which does not change, and bringing that into manifestation right here and right now to do whatever it is that we need to do, whatever it is that's ours to do. Whatever it is that you have to do on this planet, could you do it better if you were healthier? Could you do it if you were more peaceful? Could you do it better if you were more certain about your abilities and where you fit in the world? Absolutely. Well, here it is. You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So when we begin to apply that truth, take it off the shelf, take it into our hands and to use it in our lives and apply that to our human experience, to this 3D experience, things are going to change. It will make a difference out in the world, and it certainly will make a difference in this world. And things begin to happen like we never imagined. Sometimes when I do my meditation, I get kind of weird, way out there and think about these things. But I invite you, it's homework for this week. Play with this a bit. Give some thought to what your life would be like if you were able to take truth in its truest sense and bring it into here and then express it out to there in every situation. Think about a difficult situation you have to deal with. What if you had all wisdom, all power, all authority, all understanding, everything at your disposal right here, right now? Imagine what that would be like. Imagine yourself facing a difficult conversation with somebody from that place. Having operational in you the awareness, the understanding of spirit. Not just your human understanding, but your spiritual understanding. Have you ever been talking with someone and the situation was getting kind of testy, and suddenly you realize, wow, this person must really be hurting. This person must really be in a hard place to be acting like this, and completely change the way you're acting? Those are the kind of things that can happen, because when that reality of truth is operating in you, you have that sensitivity to what's going on with other people, because don't we teach that we are one? So it's not so far-fetched That when we have a conversation, I could have the sensitivity to know, to have a sense about what's going on with you and be a better friend and be present more effectively with you. That's what lies before us. It begins with claiming the truth. It begins with understanding what the truth is and then claiming your right, your authority for that, for yourself, and bringing that into your body and then saying, wait a minute, this whole thing can be expressed right here, right now, and things will be different. I think that's the way we're supposed to be. I really think the way humankind is supposed to go is different than where we've been. And it starts with you. It starts with us in a place like this, one at a time. And what really happens, it's been funny down through the years, coming from an evangelical tradition like Baptist into unity where we're scared to talk to anybody about anything most of the time. What if it's the most natural thing in the world for us to live this way and we never have to say anything to anybody because people are looking at us saying, hey, I want what you got. Yeah. I saw how you handled that situation. I want to handle situations like that too. I saw how your wisdom got manifested. I saw how your understanding got manifested. I saw your patience and your love get manifested. I want to do that. And you didn't have to tell and go and preach to them and say, oh, you need to do like I do. If you go out and live this truth, if you take truth and bring it into here and express it here, you won't have to tell anybody about it. I promise you that. Because people are going to follow you around saying, hey, I want some of that. And the world begins to change one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And it begins right here, right now. What is truth? You know what truth is. It's in you. It is yours. And I would encourage you to let go. Here's some more homework for this week. Let go of trying to figure it out in your head and get some kind of nice, perfect textbook definition of what truth is. You know what it is because it's in you. You just hush the monkey mind and be still. Go inside and let it be there and let it rise up within you. It is there, that truth that comes from Spirit. So we take that Spirit, that truth, and we understand it innately, and then we begin to live it. We begin to feel it. We begin to experience it. And don't worry about being able to explain it. That's one of the things I found unity people are really scared of. What if somebody asks me a question I can't answer? What if they ask me what unity is and I can't tell them? Don't worry about that. You let the truth rise up within you and you live that truth and the rest will take care of itself. You won't have to hunt anybody down to talk to them about what's working for you because they're going to know, they're going to see, they're going to want it too. The truth will set you free. Now, we have a ways to go, but I believe we can go there. We have a lot to do, but I believe that we can do it. There's a lot to transform in this life, but I believe we can transform it. I do believe that we can take truth and allow it to move in and through us and create a different kind of world than there has been. Now, a lot of people keep waiting for the kids to do it. It's kind of exciting to see these kids coming along. You know, we've got the Indigos and we got the whatever else has came after that. But these kids are coming here knowing stuff that we've been trying to learn for years. And a lot of people say, well, the kids, they'll change things. So we're just going to sit here and rot until the kids get the job done. No. Let's do what we can. I'm planning on being around long enough to make a difference for these kids that are coming along behind us. We can still change our world for them so that they don't have to do the hard work and they can do the great work that's so easy for them. That's what we can do. If we take truth, we bring it into our life, and we live it, and we practice it. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Let's find out what is truth and live it. Live it. Live it. God bless you.
Invite you all to fellowship. So please know that after the service next door, we have refreshments and drinks and great conversation, and you are welcome to come to that. If you are an Amazon shopper and you haven't already done so, you can go to Amazon Smile. It will cost you nothing, and it takes just a minute. And what they'll do is they will donate a small portion of all your purchases to us here at Unity. So we appreciate that. And we also appreciate all the many ways that you give back, how you claim this as your spiritual home. We are so very thankful for all of your gifts. And at this time, if you don't have a gift to hold because you've gone and set up your payments online or for another reason, you can hold the offertory prayer in your hand, infuse it with your energy, and put it in the offer plate. And now if you could say together with me the prayer. With a grateful heart, I acknowledge God as source of all that is. Today, I let go of any concern of lack and allow good to unfold in my life. Good is mine. Good and more good is mine. And ever increasing good is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this good. I feel it. I experience it. I freely give it, and it multiplies itself around me. And so it is. Amen.
This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Said this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Oh, singing this truth I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this truth I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this truth I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Yeah. Oh, this truth, world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this truth, this love I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this love I have, oh, the world didn't give it to me. Sing it, come on. This love I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Yeah. Sing this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Let me hear you. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Sing that again. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. No, no, no.
And our chaplains are taking their positions to be available to pray with you. And we want to acknowledge anybody that's here for the very first time today. If this is your first time here, would you raise your hand, and our ambassadors have a brochure to give you.
Welcome, welcome.
That's some information about this Unity Center, the Unity Movement. It's also available at our website, unitypompanobeach.org. There's a contact form inside. We'd love to be in contact with you, but we don't do that very often. And we always safeguard any addresses and phone numbers and emails that you share with us. So, as our chaplains are ready to have some good affirmative prayer with you, those who are here for the first time, we welcome you. Those who are here many times, we're all welcome to go to fellowship next door. So let's stand as we give thanks for each other and this day. Thanks for Dina stepping in for me. Thanks for the chaplain, Olga, who prayed with me. I am fully recovered. And let us bless each other. Let's bless each other as we leave today. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Have a great weekend, everybody. This joy the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. No, yeah, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it
Thank you. Thank you. John. John what? John Rose. John Rose. Yeah. Man, pleasure. Stellar Entertainment. I book a lot of bands. Oh, great. Oh, you're okay. Nice to meet you. I don't know if you jam with him.
Yeah, I play a lot, but yeah.
Peculiar Band.
I haven't played with that band, but I've exchanged one.